folks, welcome back to Dark Room Reviews, and I got a fantastic video lined up for you folks.
I have right in front of me, I have the Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Trilogy pack. It comes with part 1, 2, and 3. Now, what's so cool about this pack is that it comes with hours of bonus features. All 3 movies are digitally restored. That means they were cleaned up quite nice compared to the VHS copies. I don't own this on Blu-ray. I don't own the 4K set. So we'll go through each of these films together. Give this video a thumbs up. This is great. This is gonna be a fun one. I've had this for years, and I thought this was just the coolest thing to own. I picked it up one day at my local Walmart. Before we open this, let's take a look at the back. Look at that. I got Marty McFly. We got Doc Brown hanging off of the clock tower as portrayed in the original film. Now, if you haven't experienced Back to the Future, what are you waiting for? I'm sure it's on streaming services somewhere. Get on it and get back to me. And my question to you is, do you have a favorite movie from the Back to the Future trilogy? Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 perhaps? All 3 movies, new 25th anniversary restorations for enhanced picture and sound. I like the sound of that. Tales from the Future, a 6-part documentary featuring all new interviews with the cast and crew. We also have the physics of Back to the Future, deleted scenes, Michael J. Fox Q&A, 7 archival featurettes, including the secrets of the Back to the Future trilogy, behind the scenes, music videos, including The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. I really dig that song. Audio commentaries, Back to the Future The Ride, experience the Universal Studios theme park attraction, including lobby monitor and pre-show footage, and much more. Now, let's get on with the unboxing. First things first, I just want to point out that I love that this has a sleeve, and it's the exact cover here. So you got first flap I opened. Here is the original Back to the Future. Your typical DVD. Look at that. This movie to me is iconic for so many reasons. This poster alone is iconic. I think most of us have seen it somewhere throughout our lives, whether it's at a movie theater or a streaming service. But yeah, this movie means so much to people, and it took over the 1980s, in a sense. Alright, moving on to the middle flap. We have Back to the Future Part 2. Alright, and this Part 2, alright, I'm removing the disc. And this includes... we have Doc Brown, Marty McFly. And now the third flap. Here we have Back to the Future Part 3, along with a separate bonus disc. That's fantastic. I love just the idea of being able to own a piece of history like this. I think I'm due for a rewatch. Maybe in 2026 I could do reviews for Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 if that's something you guys would like to see on the channel. In terms of ideas, Part 1 really stuck with me. Part 2 is obviously a continuation of Part 1, but it gets a little too zany for me. For instance, Michael J. Fox is doing multiple roles in the film, if you know what I'm talking about, and that it just took me for a loop. It's not something I really I liked. I thought it was clever, but it was a bit too silly for me, and just the fact that you have the same character as a villain again, and it's outlandish. It's a little too outlandish for me. 3 really is really sky high, really outlandish. They really go for it in part 3, but it ends nicely it ends, that wraps up the trilogy just nice. So all in all, I think 1 is like the most grounded this trilogy is. Obviously we get introduced to Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, and Marty McFly. Such an iconic character. My favorite scene from Back to the Future would have to be the night scene where Marty meets up with Doc Brown at a parking lot at a mall. That's the first time we see the DeLorean really in full effect, and that scene still stands today, and it's untouchable. Do you guys have a favorite character in the movie? Let me know in those comments. I would say, for me, it's neck and neck between Marty and Doc Brown. Honestly, I would love to see a prequel with, a young Doc Brown, and how he came to be this kooky, scientist, and his reputation. If you didn't know, his reputation in the movies, not that great. He's known as this crazy guy in town, but it's so clever. In fact, Quentin Tarantino said that Back to the Future is a masterpiece.
Keep watching, give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.
Folks, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out in the long run. Dark Room Reviews, it's the place you should be subscribed to. Join the channel. It's free.